Hi, I'm Alex Paulton. I'm here at the Embedded World Conference at the Silicon Labs booth with friend of the show, Ross Sabolcik, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. Isn't that right, Ross?
That's right. We got a lot to talk about, Alex.
Well, it's been, what, almost a year since we saw each other last? We
saw CES.
Right. Well, no, you saw one of our people at CES.
Oh.
We met at Electronica, I believe.
That's right.
So, since it's been a few months since Electronica, the big thing that has happened since Electronica is Matter.
Right.
So Matter's come out. It's this new protocol. It's going to do everything for everybody. Fix everything, make everything, enable everything.
Fix a lot of things, yeah, for sure.
So, where does Silicon Labs sit on this?
Well, we've been an early adopter of Matter. We believe in open standards that make it easier for consumers and product manufacturers to get products that customers are going to be able to easily use in their home. And the home automation space has been one really of balkanization. So you had lots of different wireless standards, be that Zigbee or Z-Wave or Wi-Fi. Trying to get those devices to work together hasn't always been easy. And the promise of Matter is finally having a solution that will allow devices with different protocols from different manufacturers to seamlessly connect to each other.
Well, now, isn't it a conglomeration of various codes? It's got Zigbee security code, it's got Wi-Fi protocol code, it's got Thread code.
Yeah, so Matter itself is an application layer that sits on top of Wi-Fi and OpenThread. And that application layer allows you as let's say you're building a voice assistant, to talk to all those devices in a consistent way, whether it's a Wi-Fi device or it's an OpenThread device. So that would allow you to build kind of use cases using all those devices where you don't have to worry about what the underlying protocol is.
So now, obviously there's a hardware element which you're providing.
Right.
What are some of the devices you're teeing up for the Matter protocol?
Yeah, so we have products that will work both on the Wi-Fi side. So we've recently announced our 917 family. That's a wireless SoC, Wi-Fi 6 SoC, that will support Matter running on top of it. And then we also have, for the 15.4 OpenThread, we have our BG24, which is really our flagship product for Matter for OpenThread. And so, there's that hardware component you need underneath, but the software component on top is equally as important. So we've been a major contributor to the code base for Matter, one of the largest software contributors there. So we make sure that our devices work well with that protocol. But in addition, one of the things you don't want to have happen is, let's say you have Z-Wave devices or Zigbee devices in your home that you can't upgrade to Matter. You can't strand those devices. So we also make a software component we call Unify. And Unify is a SDK that can run on a customer's gateway that will allow them to bridge between a Matter network and some of their legacy smart home networks. So you don't lose that installed base you have. We think that's really important.
Well, you can't leave people behind. Well, you try not to leave people behind.
Sure, yeah. So, if we can bring along those devices, it'll also help the adoption of Matter. Because then you don't have to rip and replace your networks. You can build on them as your networks naturally grow.
What is this actually about?
So this is one of the awards we got. This is for our 917. So that is a Wi-Fi SoC. So ultra low power Matter ready Wi-Fi device, and one of our just most recently introduced products. In addition to the 917, we are releasing what we call our BG27. So this will be evolution of our Bluetooth and 15.4 radios, but ultra small size. So in a chip scale package, 2 millimeter by 2 millimeter or 4 by 4, 5 by 5 type ranges for really small devices like think medical patch or asset tracking tag. In addition, we're also launching a refresh of our MCU family. So we have our BB05 family, really low-cost 8-bit MCUs for a lot of different applications.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Ross, for taking the time at this busy show to talk to us.
Alex, always a pleasure.